Hello friends, welcome to a broadcast where I have some recorded action of the Nordic Twilight Struggle uh, Nordic Twilight Struggle League finals. It's between David Persson, David, why do I keep saying it in English? American English even. David Persson, David Persson, against Fredrik Adlercreutz. We're going to be playing it back at a little bit faster than normal. And I know there's another game going on that some people might be watching, but this is literally the only time I have to do this. So this game was played on Sunday. A little bit about the tournament. We had 10 players total. David and Fredrik actually played against each other in the group stage, and David won that game. But this is a fresh best of three. So the two of them made it out of the one division, and then Henrik and Johan made it out of the other. David ended up beating Henrik in a pretty thrilling 3-game series, and Fredrik beat Johan Jons in the other one. And then Henrik beat Johan in the third place match. So this is for the winner, to find out who is the winner of the Nordic Twilight Struggle League this year. I don't know yet if we're going to have 2 spots into the Champions League or just 1. The winner obviously will take the 1 spot, and maybe Fredrik or David, the other person, will get the other spot. So with all of that said, let us start. I would say that David is probably the favorite in my mind. That's why I slipped on the tongue there saying Fredrik, just because he's, I think, top 10 rated right now in ITSR, something like that. But Fredrik's also a great player. I've played many games against both of them and with them, it's going to be a really fun game to watch for me. So Fredrik has a decent hand here, but some red cards he needs to get rid of, and opts to... Fredrik, of course, is the US, and we're watching from his point of view, and he goes for Formosan as his headline, which I guess is the only good headline he had there. Suez and the coup. Coup fails, and we're off and trying to get maybe spread out there. Yeah, that makes sense. No, changes his mind. Chooses Pakistan, maybe trying to bait that coup to play Indo-Pak. I don't think David's going to fall for that. I think David's a fairly conservative player, but maybe if he has a lot of ops, he's going to want to do that. Or, of course, if he's holding decall and wanting to lower DEFCON. Just goes for influence, takes that. Domination in Asia. Now this is precarious for Fredrik. One Pakistan certainly, and maybe Malaysia on the other one. 2 Pakistan. Telling him don't coup here. So Suez is out, and yeah, there goes the coup anyway. +1, or 1 in. Guess now you just... Ooh, I don't know about that. Did get the China card out of it, but... Yeah, you don't really have the ops here. I think, yeah, you fill Pakistan here. Fight for India. But the coup, I feel like, suggests that David has decall. Otherwise, I don't think he would do that. But there is the domination to consider as well. So I think I would probably put 1 Indonesia, 1 Malaysia, and 1 Pakistan if I was doing this. But Guess 2 Malaysia also works. Certainly some indecision here from Fredrik. Interesting choice here. Alright, so he ends up going for filling Pakistan, and David drops Asia scoring. So now what? Do you creep westward or do you just fill France? Filling France is scary here with, yeah, maybe just space that. I think also creeping west in Middle East might be worthwhile here. Oh wow. David senses the weak hand. But of course that's what you end up doing, and then guess you're going to end up holding socialists, which is, you're almost hoping to see blockade here, but there's just no way that I can't see David playing blockade here. Yeah, containment, which is nice. Now if you play the event, you don't get the extra influence, or extra op. That seems good, holding socialist here. You lose out on mill ops, but that's fine. Oh wow, that's a lot of 4-ups. And defectors seems a given. You get destall. This is looking great for Fredrik. But de Gaulle, oh right, but defectors takes out de Gaulle, of course. Here comes the coup of Panama, big one. That's big. He was not expecting to get influence in there, but he gets it. Very important. Big roll. And yeah, I guess through Algeria you can get in there. I think we might see decall here though. So yeah, you just want to spread out as much as possible. Sensible. Taking the Tunisian route into Western Middle East. Okay, that also works. So now if David plays decall here, Fredrik can still take Lebanon. It's a finer point, but it still makes sense. I don't know how valuable. No decall. Spread out in India. I think Fredrik's still happy to see that. But now you could take South Korea here. No, that's a bit awkward. Yeah, that makes sense. You could have taken South Korea and then spaced Korean War, but I think you might just wait for him to fill South Korea and then play Korean War and then space socialists and hold D-stall. Just one red card too many. I think you keep spreading in Africa. You wanna have African saturation here before decall comes out. I don't know if Thailand's important yet. I have one in Thailand certainly, one in Zaire. I think I would have liked. Yeah, space socialist here. Might get double space, who knows? Blockade for D-stall. Double space? I might double space here. Save the 4-op for AR6 to see where it's needed, but I guess you're going to end up doing something like that anyway. And then now you can see if David's going to take South Korea. Certainly don't want to give that to him for free. See Fredrik's in the chat. Hello, Fredrik. Or in viewers, at least. It's funny that I'm commentating these two players when they're better than me, better than I. But someone has to do it, and it's my pleasure to. um, And also big thanks to Fredrik for figuring out how to record these games for us. I know there's not a lot of people watching on Twitch, but there's some interest, I believe, and a big 5-year plan into West Germany, and now you have to play that and fill West Germany, right? There's been some interest in this game, so I felt the need to have it up as soon as possible because, well, yeah. So yeah, you see him reaching for East European unrest there. That's a big one, especially with Warsaw Pact formed in your hand. That's a big threat. Of course, David knows that Fredrik has Europe scoring. I wonder if he would even. Romanian hasn't been played yet, but he doesn't know East European unrest, of course, and there's CIA. So he must be holding ducking cover, right? Yep. Gets rid of that. That's a weak hand. And so you get into Libya there. This is a strong play by Fredrik. This is a big threat. Big threat. And then you coup him out of Panama after he fills Europe. So I don't think. Oh, big decision here for David. But I just don't think you can take the coup here. He does have a war card, so he's going to be able to get mill ops. David, that is. Yep. That all makes sense. So now you coup Panama, right? Yeah. Check. He does have Fidel, but yeah, you got to coup that. Oh, I can't wait to see what David said. Hort game. Rough game. is what he just said. Gets him out of Panama. Would have liked one more there, but so now Fredrik's going to end up with a Europe Dom, a Middle East Dom. And he has decall in his hand. And Fredrik is pointing out that it's a rough game when one player has both the dice and the cards. And then the bug happens where we can't type in Swedish in Playdeck chat. And you see the same thing happen to David. It's a very annoying bug for those of us who type in Swedish and other languages. And so you score that, and then you space decall and you spend Warsaw Pact on going into Mexico. There was a play there for David to hold CIA and play Romanian abdication, which would have saved him from losing the coup here. But it doesn't get the space. David should space now as well, I believe. Nope, plays Romanian. South Korea. So there's a really annoying bug when you type in Swedish. Sometimes the message just doesn't go through, it's empty. And sometimes for every special character that you've typed, which is an one character gets deleted at the end of your message. So that's what you saw there from Fredrik. I'm not a programmer, but I don't see how programming could could make such a thing happen. Fredrik ends up taking Central, and no, okay, plays Warsaw instead. Oh, wow. These hands are just getting better and better. So I guess now grain cells has to be the headline, right? Although it's like you're cooing Egypt, but at least you're taking the coup away. And then you play the China card and play cultural. I think. Space Quagmire, and then you can hold A and South African unrest. Oh no, is he going for defectors? No, okay. Up against brush wars, so arms race won't happen. Okay, that's big. That's really big. I would be tempted to space this, but no. Oh wow, he does space it. Okay, so now you're gonna have to play. I guess South African unrest you can dodge. Okay, so you can do there. Oh wow, and he misses. That's a big miss. Okay, this is another way of doing it, but is he gonna self-quag? I guess he can wait a little longer with making that decision. Okay. David going for the Hail Mary. Grabbing Brush War and to try and get into Africa again, I guess. Yeah. This still means you have to play... You don't have a space left, so I guess you're gonna have to play Allende and... South African and hold Quagmire? Guess you just got the China card back, which is nice. Terrible hand for David. Although he's been salting, so he has more cards he can hold. Okay, self-quagging instead. Think this makes sense when you sent Fidel to space. That gives a future Cuban Missile Crisis possibility. Although self-quagging always scary. Oh wow, he even gets Panama Canal. David must really have a terrible hand. Okay, misses. Fredrik misses on one space. Quagmire. Then Brush gets into Venezuela. All right, very nice for David. Still hard to see David get back here, but at least he got into South America without D-stall. That's always a feat. Do you put one in Colombia here? Yeah, just get some presents there. Shuttle does not have a lot of effect here after Thailand was switched. So what was that hand for David? It was Shuttle, Vietnam, Panama, some other stuff. Okay, Africa is huge here, and Alliance for Progress. Is that enough even? This is... And Colonials, wow. These are all of the cards that he needs. Yeah, with Alliance and... I think Missile Envy is safe too, isn't it? But with Alliance in Africa here, and you're stealing the coup, Brush War's gone. I guess ABM could save David here, but... Oh wow, even gets the big roll on Brazil. This is... Yeah, grabs Brazil, makes sense. Fredrik's gonna grab Chile to equalize South America. And then I guess you're hoping now that David does not have Portuguese Empire crumbles. But even if he does, you're in good shape to realign it after rear guards. Does not happen. Okay, that screams Middle East scoring. Yeah, I think you just do colonials now. Put one in Thailand, please. Why don't people put one in Thailand here? Such a threat. He sees win on this turn is what he wants to do. Yeah. Yeah, how does David even get out of this? Even if he knew about Africa scoring, how do you get out of this? It's 10 points, 4 for Alliance. Gotta get like OPEC or something. Yeah. So he's prepping for Muslims, but it's gonna be too late. Because now you get to score Africa. Yeah, you score Africa. Then if this is Muslims, it's GG. Yep, that is just brutal. All right. So Fredrik takes game 1. Let's say David was correct in saying a lot would have to happen here for for him to come back. Quick game 1. I want to take a quick break here and just see if Carl-Johan wants to join. But I think he's still playing his game. Okay, just give that moment. David promises to drink more beer. Fredrik's gonna have a whiskey, and we'll go on to game 2, which should come up here in just 1 second. All right, so here's game 2, and we have Fredrik as the USSR this time. Great hand, look at that. 4 ops, galore, D-stall, 5-year plan. Maybe even bait David into spending a bunch of ops in Europe, and then 5-year plan it away. Yeah, and off we go. David saying have fun, hoping for a better game. And Fredrik agrees, I think he's about to say. Nope. Is he an Austria man or Yugoslavia man? Fredrik is an Austria man. So always happy to see D-stall and the ops. But what is your headline here? I guess AI war? Or Romanian for your D-stall fodder. Okay. So it just got a little bit worse because now NATO is going to be active. 5-year plan Europe away. Win the war, and that's big. Ooh, if that had been one more, I think David would have been in trouble right off the bat. That said, Fredrik's doing well. This IP war could end up being a big deal, though, with Europe being 5-year planned away. If David goes into Pakistan, which he does not choose to do. So now you're tricky. It's tricky now because you want to lower DEFCON for your D-stall. You don't really want to activate NATO, but that's just Yeah, you're gonna have to do it. Special's coming at some point, and then rolls at 2. Brutal. David with the opportunity to go back into Iran, but yeah, and he has the ops to do it. Uh, Now what? Do you destall now? Coup again? Yeah. Coup again gives 2 mil ops. Another option is to put one in Afghanistan. No, you don't have enough ops for that. Yeah. Now he rolls big with the 1 op. That's funny. And we're back to where we started. I think he just obviously just wanted to lower DEFCON there, but and has this entire turn been just coups and refillings of Iran? I believe it has, and also filling Thailand. This destall is going to be big though. Yeah, do you put it in Pakistan or India? I think I would put it in India, right? Okay. That's a little different, but I like it. Mullahs don't like Russians, is what David says. Decall goes to space. And now I guess you spread into either take Egypt or Lebanon. One in with South Korea makes sense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Middle East would have been scored already if it was if David had it, of course. Um, but you do need to either take Egypt or put one in Lebanon. I think I prefer putting one in Lebanon with Nasser coming. It's always scary though to just have the one, yeah, having this obligation, but to put one in Lebanon here. This makes sense. Now Vietnam gets you instant domination. You still have the coup target, which is nice. Now, yeah, so the domination is cancelled even with Vietnam. Makes sense. But the purge blockade combo. And how many 4-ups did we see? I think we saw. Yeah, he's checking it. Is that all 4-ups? That was all the 4-ups. So he's gonna get West Germany here if he wants it. Um, Not get West Germany, but oh, containment's big. That's real big. I like that. Um, Recognizing the threat that all 4-ups are gone. You don't have a 4-up, so containment is probably best. And big coup on Panama makes it. David goes to space. So now You don't even need to just put one in Egypt here, right? Or do you spread with your big cards? Hmm. I don't know if I like that. I guess if you go into Egypt there, you're tipping your hand that you have Nasser in hand. And now that's like a bluff saying I don't have Nasser in hand. Okay, David scores Asia. Don't like eventing Nasser here. I like, if I can put Nasser back in the deck, I think I prefer that. Yeah, this is better. Let's keep track of that special relationship. How many VPs David's going to get out of the early NATO. Um, oh, David decides to fight for Middle East here. Makes sense. I wonder if he's reading David as having Middle East here. Maybe he is. Okay, David keeps going to space. This is going to be socialist governments. Don't know if I like this blockade play either. You already got D-stall, so are you helping David out here by getting De Gaulle out of his hand, or even socialist governments out of his hand when he can't space? I guess he can space, but I think you prefer not to. Um, David taking his time. And I did miss what I just looked away for a second, and I missed what David put into the blockade, but I'm gonna assume it was socialist governments or De Gaulle, one of the two. uh, 5-year plan gets East European unrest. Um, I believe Truman is in David's hand, but yeah, it's not going to be that impactful. But of course, with Fredrik having UN intervention, that actually makes a bit of a difference. Now you can't use that, and I guess you give up China card, which you might want to do anyway to take South Korea and Burma, maybe? Keep that age domination. Okay, you get Comic-Con right back. I guess you could also space duck and cover. and play China into Burma and South Korea. Yeah, that works too, but it's going to be a country count thing, and I think David might just take Burma here, or Afghanistan even. And then it's going to be really hard for you to get your domination anyway. So, I don't know. Okay, cancels that. Gives up on Asia temporarily. Let's see if David has it. It's still going to be 3. Okay, it's Middle East. Fredrik up to 7. And Formosa into space. So he is planning to use UN on duck and cover. Makes sense. Sensible. And another special relationship. Alright, we might get the full 6 VPs out of special relationship this game. That'd be nice to see. Grabbing 2 more there. And the mid-war region's looking very red. And it's almost scary for David to go into Mexico here. Obviously, you have to. But that's the obvious coup target for Fredrik. And if he makes it, if he makes a 4-up coup or gets 2 into Mexico, then it's looking dire for David here. David takes that domination, and now... Sorry, Fredrik takes that domination, and now David needs to spend 4 ops into Taiwan and the Philippines to cancel it. He might even have to rely on shuttle diplomacy here, although South Korea is not overprotected. Oh, David missed card count here. He thought he had NORAD. Alright, tricky hand for Fredrik. Yeah, only one safe headline or one good headline, and David gets shuttle, and now shuttle I feel like is, yeah, you have to take that. Okay, no scorings. Okay, this is getting a little spicy now. So David's managed to shorten Fredrik's hand 2 turns in a row. And now, would you self-trap here if you're Fredrik to get rid of NORAD? Or do you space bear trap and play NORAD? I don't know. I don't know what I would do here. NORAD feels like a big attack on South Korea is possible. But I guess that's really the only country that would be NORAD breakable right now. Okay, David grabs Africa and sets up the realigns. Fredrik dodges that. Makes sense. Ooh. Big cards for David. And now, yeah, you gotta flip Nigeria. now NORAD's feeling a lot less playable here. You're going to have to put a lot of ops into Nigeria to make NORAD playable. Wow, David getting all of the cards right away. This is exactly what he needed with the start. And I was saying that the mid-war regions were looking quite red, and all of a sudden they're not anymore, thanks to VOA. Makes the space, but now you're going to have to play NORAD. Sokovs goes to space. David might get headline peak. Yeah, just give up. Just give up R, man. What you could do here is put 2 NORAD ops into... No, that's not worth it. It's been scored already. Considering David didn't play Africa scoring there, it feels safe. Ooh, that was 10 points, 10 VPs that David tossed out with Tehran there. Asia scoring and 2, 3, yeah, 10 points right now that he tossed out. That was big, big turn for David here, getting ABM and basically flipping Africa. And Kalyu1 is asking if he can join. So I'm going to pause this for just a moment and hop into a stream with Kalyu1. See if he will join me.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh. There you are.
How did your game go?
Should I?
Oh, maybe you shouldn't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
No,
everyone go watch Kalyu1's game against Derek Miller after or before this or whatever.
Or at the same time.
Or at the same time. Exactly. Have Derek's stream, Kalyu1's stream, and this stream open at the same time.
Yeah. Sure. Everyone will stay sane after that.
Yeah. So, you can't see my screen, can you? I should start. No, I'm not streaming.
Yeah, no.
How do I even? Why am I so bad at this? There we go. Okay. So, what the hell?
This is quality content.
Yeah, quality content right here. We should have tried it. Okay, can you see that?
Hang on. No, nothing happening, I don't think. Oh no, there we go. Yep.
Okay, so quick recap of game 1. Basically, Fredrik steamrolled David. Yeah, he steamrolled him as the US, won by turn 5. With a big Africa scoring at the end, he had control, and then Alliance for Progress as well. It was never really even close. He had, like he said himself, he had the cards and he had the dice.
All right.
Or the die, I should say. And then in this one, Fredrik got an early D-stall off, but believe it or not, at the beginning of this turn, Africa was red.
Oh. Okay.
And now David has taken it over with a combination of ABM and VOA, and it wasn't completely red, but it was mostly red, and grain sales to coup at the beginning. And so, as you can see, Fredrik has the VP advantage, but the board is looking blue. And also what happened was that Tehran there, that Fredrik had to play, discarded OPEC and Asia. So I think that was 8 VPs that were also or 10 VPs that were discarded. So
Thanks for the recap.
that was where we're at, and now
For me, it's very useful. For
yeah,
everyone else watching, I'm sure it's kind of unnecessary, but there we go.
there we go, and we're off again. I don't know how many people are watching, but
I think it looked like one or two on the stream when I
yeah,
was checking it just now.
not so many, but
You can watch afterwards as well. All
yeah.
right, so David, sorry, Fredrik goes to Panama there. Already mixing, already confusing who's who here.
And I keep saying it in English. David and
David
Fredrik.
Persson.
I need to stop
Yeah,
saying that. It sounds so
I
silly.
mean, you can, but I agree. It sounds a little bit silly.
Yeah. I am surprised he didn't flip Nigeria here with NORAD to just break that control, but
I'm guessing if it's AR7, he's probably not worried about the scoring, maybe. Or I don't know what just happened if he just took it.
it's been flipping back and forth. But with VOA,
Right.
David managed to clear Fredrik out of
So theoretically,
Nigeria.
David could have Africa scoring.
No, he would have already played it. It's true.
Yeah.
But now he can overprotect, and you lost your
Mhm.
chance.
Yeah. All right. Mixed bag here. Europe scoring is nice, I guess, and then.
No, it's not nice. We're the Soviets.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah. Okay, so
But liberation of Central is nice.
it is. And Purge, I suppose. Yeah.
And maybe Decall can. Oh no, rear guards is just gonna keep Africa super blue, I believe. And Fredrik says, "Jokes on you. You already have everything."
Yeah.
But he actually broke one. He broke Burma, which cancels out domination there in Asia.
Aggressively into Central. And then a coup in Mexico, perhaps. I mean, it depends on how aggressive you want to be here,
Yeah, I think you got to coup into Africa here, right?
I guess.
I think you have to coup into Africa. That's 10 VPs. It's too many. And just to
It
coup,
is.
if you flip Nigeria, you get two more or four. That's four VPs. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, and
But you could
Fredrik's
gamble that he doesn't have the scoring, and then you get to score Central for control.
yeah, yeah. I think if you had a path to 20, you might do that here. But since you also have
Mm-hmm.
to score Europe, you know you're
Yeah,
not going to win on this turn anyway. So,
true.
and Fredrik's favorite card, NORAD, goes off.
Yeah.
And David's going to try to take Cuba. I like it. And fails
Yeah,
at
that's
it.
always fun
Yeah.
when the US tries. Mm.
Now, what's funny is if you end up with Ortega in this situation, I know that's a long way off, but you can realign yourself out of Cuba. Worst case scenario,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're the
yeah.
US.
It's a fun play.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it in any of my games, but
No.
I, I think I saw it in a game I watched, maybe. Doesn't happen always.
Yeah. I have had to destall myself out of Cuba
Yeah,
as
yeah.
the USSR to save myself from CIA, but that's like once or twice.
Yeah. There's so many ways around things in this game. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And David cancels out
Ultra.
South America. Yeah, just go ahead and score Europe here.
Not getting any better.
And now a fun thing you could do is on AR7 play decall and put one into Thailand. Ooh,
Yeah.
good thing he did coup Africa.
It was a good thing.
But the score turns blue for the first time in this game, I believe.
Is Fredrik in Argentina yet? Yeah, he must be,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
What about CIA? Have we seen that? Is it still in the game or
It was played by David on turn 3, so CA
okay.
is in the draw pile currently, or in the discard pile currently.
Oh, it's in the discard. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could be wrong, but it's in draw or discard.
And I assume we haven't seen Lone Gunman.
No, we have not seen Lone Gunman yet. Yeah, so he is going to do the thing I suggested, but want to die land. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel Southeast Asia as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Good move, says David.
Yeah. And now Fredrik has spoiled the game that you just played in the chat.
What? Oh, in
uh,
our chat, or in your chat?
in my
Hang on.
in the chat that we're currently in, but it's fine. Don't
Was
worry
he
about it.
watching the? Was he watching?
He was watching your game, and now he's watching this. So hello, Fredrik, and
But Fredrik, which Fredrik? Oh, right, okay. The same Fredrik who's currently playing. Yeah.
yes. I should have said this is recorded action. I thought you knew that. We're playing a little bit faster speed as well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That's also how I managed to pause the game when you came into the stream.
Of course.
Back to the
Yeah,
game.
of course. Yeah. Then, yeah. Obviously, he's not playing right now. Yeah, that's why. Thought I was multitasking that.
Yeah. Very blue
Oh.
hand here for Fredrik, and I think we're about to see a big ask not from David. Lone Gunman, Bury You, Che, Quagmire, Warsaw Pact, and Lads. That's big. Diku, Brazil?
All right, I'm back. I had
Oh,
to
you're
talk to Fredrik in chat.
Oh. Did you see the ask not?
No, what
Oh.
happened?
It was a huge ask not in headline. It was
Right.
Lone Gunman, Wheelbarrow, Che, Quagmire, Warsaw Pact,
Right.
and
And at the
something
same
else.
time, Fredrik is sitting here with much only blue cards.
Yes, very blue hand. Hoping to score a South America domination or maybe
Brush
even control with
Yeah.
Brushword. Nope.
Oh, don't.
Junta ruins it.
Justin.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh,
That is
this is
big.
massive. Is this too soon? Do you fill it first?
No. I think you go for it.
You go for Brushword right away?
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Like, if he has OAS, you can still.
No, has been played. That's how he got into it.
Oh, I think you.
But then
I
if you
think
fail the Brushword, you lose Brazil as well, and now you still have a chance to.
then you can take Dom. Yeah,
Because
because what's gonna happen now?
I don't
He
think
can
David's going to go into Colombia.
No, probably
No,
not.
so
You don't want to.
it's still going to be a 2 and 3 chance.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But he's gonna start doing that, and I mean it depends on if you think. Fredrik is not holding a lot of ops here. He
No,
can
it's problematic ops,
can't really do an
awkward
ops draw.
ops. I guess this is a good way to do it. And
Yeah, I
then,
like that.
yeah.
That's what I usually do, and I don't see people doing it a lot. Like you want to give away the China card with your Surrey, ideally. I feel.
Oh, well, especially when you're holding Nixon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough choice for David here. Just give up on South America is tough to do. That is what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And I think this brush war is
There
going to
you
hit
go.
Venezuela, right? Or is that too
Oh
greedy?
yeah. No, for sure. I mean, he's still going to be in Brazil, so he can
Yeah.
mess around with
Yeah.
Venezuela and break things. But
Oh, didn't matter.
oh, okay. Well, now at least he's got Dom, as he said.
Yeah.
Here comes Southeast Asia to make up for it.
And now yeah, it's even game now.
Yeah. I still think the US is ahead slightly on the board.
Yeah, for sure. Although Asia's, I think you just pick up Taiwan and you have
Yeah. But
domination.
I think it's going to come down to if David can get control of South America, then he's definitely got a chance.
Yeah.
He can
But at the
always
same time, I feel like, sorry.
or Mexico.
Ooh,
It could also be big.
something for ABM. I like that. I like that a lot. David played the salt so he could get a good coup off, but now you're going to coup Venezuela under salt.
Hmm. And then you can still
Yeah.
get countercode as well.
Yeah,
So
but
this,
it's AR7, but you have to coup here if you're David,
yeah,
because uh, DEFCON's at 4, so if you don't coup, you
yeah,
give up 4 VPs.
absolutely. And then Fredrik could counter coup, or he could.
It's
What's Poland like? Oh no,
uh,
sorry, he's already done his. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
it's AR7.
I can't really. The stream is a little bit blurry, so I can't really see the AR number.
Oh, I see, I see.
But I should be able to tell from the number of cards in his hand.
Maybe you're also. I always get tripped up when I go from playing the US. You played US in your game, right?
Yeah.
And then playing USSR in the game right
Mm,
away after. I'm like, what
mm.
am I? What color am I? Even with the border being red.
I think there was even a stream once where I streamed for like 2 minutes and I was like talking about how great my hand was, and then I was like, it was during a Grand Slam or something.
Oh,
We
of
played
course.
a lot of games after each other, and I was like, oh no, wait, I'm the Soviets. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even eventing ABM.
No, because you
That's
wanna
interesting, picking it
what
up with
why?
salt and then.
And
Um,
why is he looking at this screen?
I think he just is not at the computer. Maybe he went for another whiskey.
Could be. Hang on, why would you not event it here?
I
Because you don't want
think
Defcon to go back up to 5?
it's gonna go back up to. Oh, right. Yeah, you don't want
Yeah.
DEFCON at 5. Why don't you want DEFCON at 5?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Europe was in danger, but it's not really.
No, and NATO's in effect, so DEFCON at 5
Right.
doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Okay. No. But then again, I mean, it's better for the US if it's at 4, because then
Yeah,
they
you
get to
get the
you
first
get to
counter coup, exactly.
yeah. But if they coup like Thailand, then you might have to repair, and then you still don't get the coup.
Yeah.
Now you're scared as well.
Yeah. Fredrik's playing his only good card though. Alliance, I guess, is
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Drake's had some problematic cards. Alliance is playable. Yeah, I think you're okay. Alliance playable. Burnt Trap goes to space. You can hold the Pope if you want.
Yeah. You don't get the
Or you.
coup now though. I think, don't you want to play Alliance right away? Yeah.
Sorry, what was the US headline?
How I learned, he took it down to 2.
Right, yeah, okay.
So yeah, Alliance right away for 1. You know you're gonna have to play Panama anyway, so
Yeah,
you want to threaten David to fill Venezuela.
actually, you want to make him fill it himself. Ooh,
Wait, did he get it again? Those back-to-back
yeah,
ARs that he
surely that
played
was
ABM.
reshuffled.
Yeah, there was a reshuffled,
Yeah,
so it
yeah,
came right
yeah.
back. So that was the third time David got to play ABM this game.
Is it 3 times in a row as well?
No, the first time was on turn 4, I believe. It was how he flipped Africa was with yeah,
Right, he's filling up Taiwan there.
finally. So now I think Asia's solidly red. There's no easy way to flip it now.
No, right, not much you can do. Some not Sloans with 3 VPs.
Big.
In my game, I think if I remember correctly, my opponent Derek played one small step on turn 6, I think, and then, or no, hang on, I think it was played 3 times in a row. Maybe it was just 2. Then it wasn't so special.
There was a game. Oh, you were there at the convention
Yeah.
where David was. Who was he playing against? I think it was against Yuan, and he played VOA twice on turn 6 and then redrew it on turn 7. Uh, and he played it in headline. So 3 back-to-back ARs he played VOA.
Oh wow, 3 back-to-back ARs. But hang on, how can you get it twice? You must have salted, right?
Yeah, he salted for it. So I
Yeah.
guess with
So
one
there would
turn
have
in
been
between.
one AR in between.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been not tracking what's happening here, but
No, me either, but it's looking kind of the same.
yeah,
North America has stabilized a little bit, but the US is still really weak there.
yeah.
Should be.
But the space in the arms race was a lot of points.
Yeah,
VP track is quite blue now.
but now they're exactly even in space.
In space?
Yeah, they're even in space. As in, they're both at the same, aren't they? Or
No,
am I seeing
no,
things wrong?
you're seeing it wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's my low resolution.
Yeah,
Fredrik's at 2 and
yeah,
David's
okay.
at 5.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that now.
He chooses to hold bear trap and fill Panama.
Now it even looks like David is ahead on space.
David is ahead on space. David's on 5 and Fredrik's on
Oh, sorry,
2.
no, it looks like
Yeah.
Fredrik is ahead on space.
Oh. I wish I could do something about that.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Can you not stream? Can you not stream at a high resolution?
No, because your Discord is not a, what do you call it? Nitro boosted? Whatever it's called.
Wow, that's a cool word. I don't know what it means.
Yeah.
Because I can't increase the settings either. I don't think.
David put 1 into the UK. NATO's been in effect since turn 1, AR1, and David has played Special Relationship twice, and I wonder if he's going to get it a 3rd time. This is a nice hand for Fredrik. I might even play We Will Bury You here.
Yeah, I think you want the points, right?
Oh, but you can't because of Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
sure.
not safe. But otherwise,
It's not safe.
Do you think you're so far behind that you would risk it here?
No, not when he's got headline peak as well.
Oh, David has headline peak, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So no, I think it's too risky.
Yeah. Just
Effects is nice.
dump defectors.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Can smell more
Now
games.
you just dump central, right?
Yeah, but you still don't get the points you need. But you can't do anything else.
You could do nuclear test ban if you think it's.
You think it's war games time.
Yeah.
But he doesn't apparently.
You know, when we've played team games with Fredrik, he's like, well, if he has war games, he has war games. Like, you're not going to be able to do anything about it anyway.
Yeah, but I think at this point, nuclear test ban is not a bad idea. Because you increase to 4, then...
no war games, though.
No war games.
Yeah.
But still, I think that's what I would have done. If you increase to 4, then he coups, then you play We Will Bury You. Problem is he might get Africa control out of it.
Ooh, and David had Europe, too.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so now war games is going to be a problem the rest of the game, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, David has some good scorings coming up as well. So
if they come.
That happens, yeah. Well, at least then you don't have to worry about war games because you can't really do anything about it.
Exactly. That's Fredrik's mantra.
But I mean, I can kind of see what he means by that because sometimes you just end up destroying a game because you're worried about war games.
Exactly. You play suboptimally anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
the odds are low. If there was a reshuffle, the odds are like what, 1 in 6 that they have
I
war
think,
games, something like that.
yeah, I think about
On turn 8.
12% of games get won by war games.
Yeah, but that's being won by war games. But just them
Yeah,
having war
exactly.
games is probably even less than that.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. But that just shows you how, because it kind of feels like it's more than that to me.
Yeah,
Um,
confirmation bias.
exactly. But yeah, no,
Ah,
100%.
clears him out completely out of
Ooh,
Venezuela with 3
but he's
lines.
still in Brazil. It's gonna
He is,
cost
but
him
that was 4.
him.
Okay,
Yeah,
Iron Lady comes in. You can do that again now though with the 4 up,
yeah,
or just jam it with the 4 up.
yeah.
I might just jam it with the 4 up because then the real line is better next time.
Mm.
Ooh, no, no.
That's the reason.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, misses the last
Almost,
one.
it's almost okay.
Yeah.
Is it AR6 now?
That was AR5.
Oh, yeah, but
Because
now it's
he played UN with Bear Trap, so he has to play
right.
all of his
Okay,
cards.
yeah, yeah. Oh, oh well.
2 flower
Get
power
2 points.
points,
2 points
and
even.
yeah,
That's nice.
just jam it. That's better. And now that's
Okay.
nice. He plays Yuri, and you give him nuclear
Nuclear
subs.
subs.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. South America control.
So this is interesting. I feel like
You
this
would still
is
try Coup Nigeria here, wouldn't you? Just for control. If you've
yeah,
got a good
for
card.
one. If you have a good card for it, yeah, for control. Control is 10.
He does not.
I think you might still. No, you don't coup there. I don't know. I don't know
Maybe.
what you do.
You also need to worry. No, he didn't go into Thailand.
Put one in Thailand. This is my first time saying that. Put one in Thailand. No. Fighting for Africa. Oh, that makes sense. If you can cancel domination there, that's great.
Mm, mm.
No, what I was. He did coup Nigeria.
Alright. Yeah,
Almost
he
made
did.
it too. What I was going to say was, ooh, and he gets war
South
games.
America, we're back in the game.
Yeah, and now he's actually threatening war games. Look at this. With South America and Middle East, you're going to
Jeez.
end up at 3.
3 points.
Glasnost is another 2.
Possibly in the Pakistani. You
Yeah,
could get there within the Pakistani, but
it
that
could, but that's
yeah.
again playing suboptimally like that.
Oh yeah,
Like,
sure. I think you probably hold it and wait and see where you end up. Maybe. I mean, you don't have to play it now. You can space colonial and everything else is fine. Because Glasnost is not really that good anyway if you
yeah,
don't really want
yeah.
the point.
Ooh, big coup
What?
on Poland. What? That's when you're real happy that you got Quagmire.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is a well spent Glasnost here.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, you're just happy to. You might be able to hold war games.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen probably.
Yeah.
Because he's
So
not
you
going to get to anywhere.
score both of these. I could see though. Let's say. Oh, I don't know. If David misses this, you could break both Iraq and Iran and score a
And get
presence less Middle East
yeah,
scoring.
yeah. And then you
Ooh, and that does happen, and that is.
oh,
I think
and then
he's
he
gonna.
does that. I don't know. I don't know about that.
That's 5 VPs for 4 influence.
Yeah, so that puts him on what, 8 in the Middle East? 7, 8.
That's gonna be. I don't even know. Yeah, 8, I think. Okay, just goes with
No, not in the Pakistani war.
just one. No, no, no. This makes sense
Oh,
because now if he fails one more, if he fails one more, then you have the War Games win. I guess that's a tall order, but
Yeah, I suppose. But you could use Chet or Evil Empire as well.
I don't think you want to play Evil Empire though. I think you want to
No,
wait with
probably not.
that when you're so close to a war game
Yeah,
zone.
yeah, yeah. Great. Goes with Indo-Pakistani.
Oh, and Opic goes to space. That's big, but now you're gonna.
Yeah, no, this is
Is
amazing.
this an Opic win now? Yeah, or Opic win, a war games
Well,
win.
we're gonna see, because you're gonna get 18 points out of this. Oh,
So
it
David
depends. I
has to
mean,
get out. Yeah, it's still 3 action rounds.
now of course you start with the Middle East, and then I mean he could coup
So
himself into,
into
but that would
Colombia.
still be. Oh wow!
Oh,
Oh
wow.
wow!
Wow.
He,
Does he
if you could
what
see the.
how can
All
you
right.
get 2 VPs here? Oh, special! That's fantastic.
That's the
You
one.
weren't
All
there
right.
for it, but I did talk about special relationship for a while there in the beginning.
Yeah, no, you did mention it as well.
Yeah. Oh, that was great.
Wow. Game is alive.
That was beautiful, actually. Uh, I mean,
But now,
it
so this is.
sucks. It sucks that David was stuck in Quagmire for so long, but that was a
Yeah,
beautiful sequence.
it was.
David saying Quag won the game.
Which might be true anyway.
It
But
might be true anyway, because now David only has Europe.
mm,
We were so focused on war games, but there's a small chance, I guess, David could end up with a little bit of conversation here. This message is going to end up being non-visible, I believe, because there's too much Swedish in it. Yep.
oh, uh, right.
You refill India, overprotect it because he has China card. Yeah.
There you go.
Is he gonna retype all that? Ooh, and he had Asia too.
Wow. Okay. So that will be GG, I should think.
Hold on, hold on. CIA.
Got CIA. But how can he? Well, if he has grains.
Okay, so Fredrik was saying he counted wrong and he thought that he could somehow play war games for both the event and the ops. I don't quite understand what he meant by that, but
That would be good for sure. You could do that.
um,
There's um there's a clone or a sort of spin-off, not a spin-off, but there's a game called Europe in Turmoil, which is Twilight Struggle. It's the same system.
okay,
It's almost like it's a fan mod kind of, and it's about the First World War and the lead up to the First World War. And there's the equivalent of the space race is the race, the naval race between Germany and Britain. And
okay.
there's the events are much stronger than in Twilight Struggle. So there's a or the bonus effects. So there's one that lets you play cards both for the events and for ops at the same time,
Mm.
which would be amazing.
I will say Fredrik has been quite unlucky with his headline choices in this game. He think. Oh, it was in the first game. He headlined on turn one. He headlined Formosan Resolution. But now he
Mm.
gets a chance to get rid of CIA.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of necessary.
Is
That
that?
was David's only way back in, right?
Oh,
I think.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. 5-year plan. Terrorism
Yeah.
even. Terrorism was
Grain.
played, but Star Wars could terrorism still.
Yeah.
So
Or
getting
grain.
rid of CIA here. Green, I think, was played
Was it?
turns. No, no, you're right. Yeah. Okay. David gets Africa control, which is big, but yeah, there's no way back from here. Do you see anyway?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if I were him, you would still play for DEFCON, but it's not going to happen with CIA outs. I mean, I know it's not because I can see his hand. But I mean, Africa scoring, but still, even with Africa scoring, you have so much work to do in other parts of the map. No, I don't know.
No, I don't see it either. I want to keep this exciting.
Well, it's been exciting up until turn 9, so that's fine.
Even
But
have
I've got to
who?
say, I was kind of if I had to bet on this final, I would have bet David would have won.
Oh,
I mean, Fredrik,
I said that in
Fredrik
the
had
beginning too.
a
I definitely. I mean, Fredrik's a fantastic player,
sure.
but
Oh,
David's what
David is,
top 10 in ITSR now. I
yeah,
think
exactly. It's
something like
like
that.
let me just check that. He's
I think they might have reported these
his number.
games.
Oh no, sorry, that's Henrik who's number 4 in ITSL at the moment, and David is 11.
Mm.
But the rating, he's 23.
I think
But
it's
that was
because they
after,
reported these games
yeah.
already. Yeah.
Fredrik is now
Uh,
36. It's quite tight among the top 3 Swedes here. David on 23, Henrik on 31, and Fredrik on 36.
Making us proud.
Oh yes,
Uh,
the fans are happy.
yeah.
Me and you.
It will be really fun to play these guys live at the convention.
Oh,
Uh,
for sure. With the home turf as well.
with home turf too. And David is hoping for 3 blue DEFCON cards left. That is a tall
Well,
order.
gotta
Oh,
hope.
gets Venezuela back though.
Okay. All right.
David's even, is he scared to take Iran here? Is that what's going on? He
Mm,
needs to grab presents, but
he
then
does.
hostage crisis
Yeah.
flips it.
If he has hostage crisis, he can just grab Iraq instead.
Yeah, but now David even lost Africa control.
Yeah. But even if you have Africa control, and even if you even out the Middle East, or at least you get Persson, so it's only like 3 points. You still have Africa and South America, and you're
Yeah,
minus 10 points. So I mean,
yeah,
but it's good. You should always, I always try to play to minimize the loss, even if it's a loss.
yeah. No, this was a great game.
Yeah.
David was up 12 VPs at some point, 13, something like that. So
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is like the reverse comeback. Usually it's
Yeah.
the Reds
Yeah.
that are ahead. That Quagmire really flipped the game.
Yeah. And it felt like he saved it because it was so close that it could have ended right there. In fact, it kind of ruined it for him.
Yeah. And Fredrik figuring out the best way to do this ending. I wonder if he's going to do. I know Fredrik likes to play Missile Envy on turn 10 AR7, but that's. I think We Will Bury You is still out, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, he just had it. Uh,
Fredrik says he hasn't counted out Voice of America here. I don't think he has to worry about Voice of America. Ooh, Brezhnev. All right. So, all right,
well,
there's
I
no
mean,
North Sea oil too.
oh, right.
Nope.
Well,
Breaks that and
so
ends up
only
winning
2
by.
points in the end.
Yeah.
He won by 12.
But then imagine an Africa control
Hmm.
and Africa control being scored might have changed things. But
Yeah. Of course.
Fredrik takes the series 2-0.
Well, congratulations to Fredrik.
Big congratulations to Fredrik for winning this tournament. And big congratulations to David getting second. I think there's a chance we get 2 spots in Champions League. I'm not sure, but either way, Fredrik is the champion of the Nordic Twilight Struggle League for 2022.
Cool.
David places second, and Henrik Pettersson is third. And like you just said, it's very close between these 3 players and who is best in Sweden and who is best in the Nordics.
Yeah, so kind of fitting, judging from the ITSR rating, a very, very fitting result.
Yeah, and we did have that very close semifinal series between David and Henrik as well. That really could have been.
Oh no, sorry, yes, Henrik should have been. Henrik should have been in top for that rate. No, David is. Yeah.
David should have been in top, but what I'm saying is they're all very similar.
They're all very.
And we had that very close semifinal match between Henrik and David that you and I also commentated, where Henrik could have been in this match against Fredrik as well.
Judging from the other countries that are in the top spots of the ITSR, it's countries like China, the US, with a lot of population, South Korea. So yeah.
So what you're saying is we need to do
really well.
We need to do a per capita
exactly.
calculation. I think Poland might be up there.
Yeah.
Per capita, maybe. Who else? I'm not sure.
I mean, Rico Riekkinen still holds number 19. He played this year, actually, yeah. So, no, last year, from Finland.
Yeah, but he's dead to me because he didn't reply to my email asking if he wanted to be in this tournament.
Right. Well, he played last year. He was one of those dormant players for a while, but now at least he played last year, so I guess he kind of counts.
Yeah.
But then you've got Belarusian player Dmitry Pasko at number 18.
Yeah.
But all players played in 2022, apart from Zeron He from China, who last played in 2012. But everyone else is alive, which I like, because it's boring if it's just like dormant players on there.
I have to correct you there. I think Zeron He played this year. He was in the finals against. I think you're talking Wu Haifu.
Wu Haifu, that's right.
Or Haifu.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for coming in to commentate, and I'm gonna.
Thanks for having me.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch your game from before tonight, but I will watch it some other time.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. But you have to watch it tomorrow. Promise me that.
We'll see.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks for joining. If you're watching this on Twitch or on YouTube. And thanks, Carl-Johan, for joining. And again, congratulations to Fredrik for winning this tournament.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.